How's it going, everyone? It's Harvey from Tour Review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Honda Varadero 125 XL. So this bike was first produced by Honda in 2001. In 2007 they switched over to a fuel injection model, and to this day, sadly, the bike has been discontinued. Engine wise, the Varadero features a 125cc V-twin motor. So this engine outputs 14.2 brake horsepower, a whopping 10 newton meters of torque. So this roughly equates to around 65 mph cruising speed, 70 mph top speed on the flat, and around sort of 75 mph downhill. By no means are these exceptional figures, however, where the Varadero really shines is its reliability. These engines go for up to 60,000 miles, which is unheard of for 600cc's, let alone 125s. Also, its comfort. The Varadero has an extremely comfy seat, as well as a very comfortable seating position. The wide bars really allow you to sit and cruise in comfort. Another great addition to the Varadero is its 17-litre fuel tank. With the fuel injection models around 2007 onwards, you can look to get around 250 miles out of that 17-litre fuel tank. So this roughly equates to around 70 miles per gallon, which is very good for your fuel economy.
Coming down to the brakes, the Varadero sports a reasonably sized 276mm front disc, as well as 2-piston brake caliper, and on the rear we have a 220mm disc with single piston caliper. The brakes stop fairly well, however aren't the best of 125 brakes. In terms of weight, the Varadero weighs 170 kilos wet weight, which is fairly heavy for a 125. For example, my WR125 weighs a whopping 33 kilos less. However, the bike still handles very well due to Honda's frame and build quality. In terms of filtering, the Varadero holds up really well. Although it is pretty wide and quite heavy, it still has a very nimble frame structure which allows it to get through traffic with ease. However, do be careful with the wide mirrors, as they can brush against car windows if you're not careful. Moving on over to the tyres. So the Varadero runs a set of Bridgestone Trail Wings stock. Personally, I'd get these changed. Dry performance is fairly good, and wet weather performance is pretty good actually, but surprisingly, when you start to crank these tyres over, they don't provide much grip, and they have a very squared off profile, which doesn't make for the best of handling. Personally, I'd get these changed if you were thinking of purchasing the bike. Over to the suspension. So the Varadero runs a set of conventional forks. These are non-adjustable and come very soft stock. This is a real problem, especially under harsh braking. The rear shock, likewise with the forks, comes very soft stock, however can be adjusted using the tool in the toolkit. Adventure bikes tend to have a pretty high seat height due to their ground clearance. However, on the Varadero, myself, I'm 5'8", and I've managed to get 2 feet comfortably flat-footed. If I want to, I can get 1 foot flat-footed, which is very comfortable when coming to a pause. For taller riders, for example my dad, he's 6'4", and he can comfortably ride this bike for up to 2 hours with absolutely no problems. As far as seat comfort's concerned, Honda got this bang on right. The seat is extremely comfortable, it really moulds into your actual shape, and for long journeys is a pleasure to use. Personally, I've ridden 8-9 hour days through multiple countries, and the seat's been very comfortable. A great addition to the bike, especially for those riders who are looking for a nice comfortable ride. The dash on the Varadero displays everything you could possibly need. On the left hand side you've got a fuel warning light. Over towards the right you've got a speedometer which gives your speed in given miles per hour or kilometers per hour. Below this is your total mileage. Over to the right hand side you've got a revometer. The bike revs up to 12,000 RPM. This also features a clock beneath it, which is a great addition as well. And over to the right hand side you've also got a temperature gauge, which is great to see how the bike's coping with the temperature. So now we're moving on to modifications on the Varadero. Stock, the bike comes very well equipped. The wide bars are very comfortable, the seat's comfortable, the screen's fairly good. However, one addition I would definitely go for is the Honda top box. It allows you to store your helmet with comfort, and it actually completes the bike. It gives it more road presence than it already gives, and just completes the look of the overall Tourer. Another good addition for the Varadero is possibly the centre stand. It props up the rear wheel slightly and just makes a much easier maintenance. Also, if you're looking to do long journeys, I'd look at getting the screen replaced. Stock, it protects you from a fair amount of wind, however it does create some helmet buffet, which some riders may find annoying. So if you're looking to do long journeys in comfort without the wind, I'd look at getting the screen replaced. One feature I really love of the Varadero is its huge 520 pitch chain. Now some riders may be thinking, but why is this such a great modification? In 4,000 miles I've only had to adjust this chain once, which is great overall long term, especially doing long journeys. You don't have to tighten it all the time, you don't have to lube it all the time, it just lasts, which is a great addition. My last modification is something some riders will love and some riders will hate. So the exhaust stock is really quiet. It's got a huge catalytic converter inside of it and creates pretty much no character to the bike. So if you're looking to keep this bike long term, possibly add a little bit more power, I'd look at getting a new exhaust just to add a bit more character to the overall bike. So that's been my review of the Honda Varadero 125 XL. Yes, it's not the most sporty bike currently on the market, and by no means is it the most powerful 125cc on the market. However, where this bike truly shines is its reliability and overall comfort. Completing over 4,000 miles myself through 5 countries, I don't believe another 125cc bike could have done this journey that I did in this bike. So once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed the review. Please subscribe, and as always, have fun, ride safe, and thanks for watching.